Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Welcome to our special edition program on Salinga Online TV. Today, we discuss a major development in the Muslim world, the reported passing of Iran Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khumenei. His leadership shaped Iran's political and religious direction for decades and influenced regional and global affairs in significant ways. In this edition, we seek to understand the religious, political, and historical implication of this movement. To help us reflect deeply on this issue, we honor to be joined by respected Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmad Abakar Gumi. Sheikh, we sincerely welcome you to this program. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah. Sheikh, from an Islamic standpoint, how should Muslims view the role of a supreme religious political leader such as Ayatollah Ali Khumenei in shaping not just Iran but the global Muslim community?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We have to first understand some basic issues about Islam before dwelling into what contemporary Muslim leaders do. One thing about Islam is an ummah, it's a nation. It doesn't accept sectarian differences. Islam is one and whole, just like the companions, we are one and whole. And the companions are composed of Arabs, Persians, Ethiopians, blacks, everybody. It's a religion that unites human beings. If we have this understanding, then we can see now the Islamic leadership is fragmented. Some element of regionalism, racism, and other things have crept into Islam gradually and slowly. But yet, Islam is one nation. So wherever Muslims are in trouble or are affected by any conflicts, Muslims are supposed to go around such Muslim and help them out of their predicament. Iran has a revolution in 1978. They have an Islamic revolution. They turned from monarchy to Islamic revolution. So now it's an Islamic Republic of Iran, but they are originally Persians, and Persians have a very long history of civilization for more than 3,000 years. They adopted Islam after the Islamic conquest, and they have remained Islamic for a very long time until when the Europeans also colonized them and turned them into the Western hemisphere. Ayatollah Khomeini came and changed the tide, and this Ali Khamenei is the latest leader who has just been assassinated by the American-Israeli aggression some few days back.
Okay. I'm looking at let's consider his nearly 4 decades in power.
Yes.
What do you see as the enduring religious and political legacy of Khomeini within the context of Islamic leadership and governance?
Yes, one thing that is evident, even the way how he was easily picked and neutralized, the simplicity of his office, just right inside people, not a big palace with bankers. The simplicity of the life was one, and secondly, the emphasis I think of his leadership was that he should strengthen the Iranians, and that's why they're able to stand the combined forces of America, which Trump also brags that is the strongest military in the world, with the Israeli aggression, which Israelis also boast that they are the strongest military in the region, and with the help of all the Gulf states who gave America a land base where they can strategize. Yet Iran, from the work of so many centuries of preparation for such an eventuality, we can see that the leader, after being down to earth, is also up and about seeing that Iran develops.
You did mention about simplicity
Hmm.
when he was alive in his office.
Hmm.
Is this simplicity derived from Islamic teaching?
Definitely, it's from Islamic teaching. It reminds us of Umar bin Khattab when he was fighting even the Persians and the Romans at the same time. An emissary came to Medina and they saw him lying down under a tree. So they were saying, this is the leader of. So there is no then surprise why Muslims are strong. When the leader is has such humility, the common person, the common soldier will have respect and love for them. They know they're doing it out of conviction, not out of love of power. Yes.
Sheikh, let's look at how do you reconcile the concept of Islamic leadership with the political role Khomeini played, especially given the difference between Sunni and Shia framework of religious authority?
Yes, you see, one thing Islam does not separate between the mundane power and the spiritual power. It's all combined. A Muslim leader is supposed to be both. But circumstances can lead to a separation of powers. But what I can say, as you mentioned, Sunni Shia divide, Islam does not recognize such divide. It's there in the Quran. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَرَّقُوا دِينَهُمْ وَكَانُوا شِيَعًا لَسْتَ مِنْهُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ. Those who divide their religions have become sects. The Prophet, you have no any obligation with any of them. Islam is whole and one. So I think what we try to do is to bring the two sects together and see how we can iron out our differences so that we have a common ground that will bring more unity and cohesion between Muslims.
Okay. Let's look at the interpretations of his, let's say, killing. What is your Islamic understanding of a Muslim leader being killed in a military strike? Should this be interpreted purely political, or does it have the deeper religious connotations?
Oh, definitely. See, if a Muslim leader is killed, one, we look at the killer.
Okay.
If the killer is a non-Muslim, automatically such a Muslim leader is a martyr. So he has died in the cause of religion. But if the leader who killed him, also the killer is a Muslim, that is where the contention is. Umar bin Khattab was also killed while praying. But when he realized the person who stabbed him was a Persian polytheist, he thanked God. Say, oh, I thank Allah that the person who killed me has not even prostrated to God even once in his life. So there's such a difference when two Muslims are fighting and when Muslims are fighting with non-Muslims. More especially when they are fighting you because of your religious stand. And also when they are fighting you because of your national stand, uh, which is also to do with justice. We know Iran has been behind all resistance movements that are trying to stop the genocide and the aggression and destruction of Muslim countries like what we saw in Palestine. So Iran has been supporting them really, not only materially, but even arming them so that they can protect themselves. So when such a Muslim dies, he automatically becomes a shaheed.
Iran officially describes the state as martyrdom, that is Shahada.
Yes.
How should Muslims outside Iran understand that this time here? Is it theological or a political over?
It's both. As I've told you, there is no separation in power between theological and mundane power. In Islam, there is no such a separation. Every leader, even if he's uneducated or not Islamic scholar, still he has that Islamic obligation that he should be obeyed so long as he doesn't disobey God.
Okay. Looking at that, do you think the death of such a figure create a risk of division among Muslims
No, I think
between
it's,
those who mourn him and those who oppose his
you see,
policies?
once you are a martyr, or shaheed, you don't need the approval or even the prayer of any Muslim.
Okay.
That's why they are buried with their blood and
With the clothes and everything.
without prayer. He doesn't need an intercession. So for those who are happy, let them go and be happy. He doesn't even need their prayer. The Shahid doesn't need prayer. You don't pray
According
for
to Islamic.
you just bury him like that. Because he doesn't need intercession. He's already accepted by God. As I've told you, he has to maintain the cardinal principles of Shahada, which is fighting non-Muslims. But once the fight is between two Muslims, then the two will fear. The Prophet ﷺ, when two Muslims fight each other, the two of them are in hellfire.
Given the geopolitical tension surrounding his death, including military action and retaliation, how might this affect peace, security, and justice for the Muslim community in the broader Middle East?
Yes, I think Middle East definitely needs a war. Sorry to say, I'm not a warmonger. I'm not a warmonger. I am a peaceful person, but the problem Middle East cannot be solved without war. Just recently, 2.5 years, we have seen how genocide was committed in Israel, how people's houses were destroyed, men, women, and children were all displaced to the harsh reality of the weather, and nobody is raising a finger to see that this atrocities committed against humanity is alleviated. There's only one thing that can remove this injustice. That is war. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And I think in the end, something good will turn out from what is happening.
But you did just mention that this issue cannot be solved without war.
Yes.
Can you shed more light?
Yes, you can imagine a genocide whereby more than 70,000 people were massacred and killed, men, women, and children. And nobody's talking. Their house destroyed, flattened by a group of neo Judeo-Christian, evangelical Christian groups, and who are staunch zealots and fanatics, and they are holding world at ransom. They have power, they have money, and everything. And such a force cannot be dislodged except by a religious war, which has happened before in that same area when the Crusaders came, ransacked Jerusalem, killed people, took over Jerusalem, until when Allah brought Salahuddin Ayyubi, which they call Saladin, and he was able to fight them back, regain Jerusalem, and also cleanse the area from the influence of the Crusaders. It took 200 years.
Okay, Sheikh, let's look at this. What lessons can Muslim leaders and governance draw from this event about the leadership, diplomacy, and conflict resolution, and that align with this Islamic law?
What Muslim leaders can understand now is that there is need to be cooperation between Muslims, and we are not saying that every state should dissolve. No, let there be cooperation. We have European Union, even America is a state, United States, different states. Muslims should come together now and be united. I'm just seeing a clip by the former Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mahathir. He was saying when Malaysia bought an F-16 fighter jet from America, the program was decoded in such a way they cannot reprogram it. So the planes cannot be used in allies to America. And it's very understanding. How can I give you weapon and then you fight me back with it? Meaning that our cooperation with United States or other European countries that enemies or they have shown enmity to Muslims should come to an end now. Then we should have we should come together and have an indigenous technology whereby we can protect ourselves.
Let's look at
To protect ourselves, not for aggression. That's the time for aggression is all over now. You cannot be an aggressor now and have success in the world. Just to protect yourself and interest.
Okay, let's look at youth, especially particularly Muslim youth. Many young Muslims, particularly in Iran and beyond, have been demanding change. Anywhere you change. What message do you have for the Muslim youth about pursuing justice and genuine reform in a way that that is rooted in Islamic ethics?
Yes, whoever is looking for change, change should start with him.
Okay.
Yes. So if individually we change ourselves, then collectively we become a very pure and clean society. When Muslim youth now are going into drugs, going into everything, promiscuity, going into every evil, which is even known by all religions, at the same time looking for change. What kind of change are they looking for? I think first the change start with us. Let's be honest. Let's be judicious in what we do. Let's study very well. Let's know that our jihad now is in knowledge. Knowledge is the jihad of this century, not this war, not the bullets and bombs or the missiles. No, it's knowledge. Let's have the knowledge and come together and protect our own interests. But nobody is coming to protect you except you protect yourself.
And finally, Sheikh, what is your message to our audience, especially to Muslim in Nigeria and across Africa, about the current moment in Iran and how they can pray, reflect, and act with wisdom and faith?
Yes, what we need really now, Iran needs a lot of help. Uh, Especially people should pray for the success and may Allah give them victory in their in ability to protect their country and also bring unity between Muslim nations altogether. As I have said, Muslims need to come together and see that they protect their interests. Nobody is going to protect them. And the Gulf states, we wish for them to also understand the danger of allowing your neighbor to be your enemy, because they have allowed Americans to whisper to them that Iranians are their enemy. What they need is to bridge the gap between them and Iranians, because they are their neighbors. They have no any option. They have to live with them, but bringing a foreign force into your land will automatically tell the Iranians that, look, these people don't want us with anything good, because they're bringing a force to protect them against us, or bringing a force closer to attack us. I think we should all remove foreign influence between Muslims and let them cooperate together and be together and share a common interest, so that this animosity, and this is what the holy books required. That,
Quran.
yes, إنما المؤمنون إخوة. Muslims are brothers, and there should be cohesion between Muslims. There should not be animosity, and there should not be mutual suspicion. اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن. We should not be suspecting each other. We should have faith in ourselves, and also we have to purify how we see the religion itself. The Shiites, they have to revise what they preach and what they say. And the Sunnis too have to open up their hearts and see they can engage the Shiites and also accommodate them. And I think is the burden of getting close is on the Sunnis, because Sunnis are more than 80% of Muslims around the globe. So it is our burden now to see how we can pacify the Shiites, redirect them, and make them think the way that is acceptable to the greater. Now the Shiites will see the importance of Muslim unity, and they have been saying it and be calling for it. So it is now they reduce the rhetoric against especially the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, but I can bear witness myself that there is an attempt by Shiites, because they have a governmental organization which by they are inviting Muslims all over the world to see that how we can come together closer. They have been trying, but it has not been successful, because the damage done by the small preachers, and some of these preachers are sponsored by the CIA. You know, they have a group of people dressed like this, speaking like Shiites, abusing, frankly, the Sahaba. so that they can instigate. They did that with the other groups. Just as I'm now seeing another small group of people that look like Afghanistan's, like the Taliban's, now accusing Iran of all these things, trying to divide Muslims. We should know that just recently there's a confession CNN have seen many months before. The CIA has been training some Kurdish, Iranian Kurdish, training them to so that they can use them as foot soldiers to go and cause disturbances in Iran. So we should know that they are enemies of Islam that are trying to divide Muslims. And we, as Sunnis, it is the burden on us to see that, yes, we pacify those sects and see that we bring them closer and also show them what is acceptable and what is a red line that can bring differences between Muslims.
Thank you very much, Sheikh, having you today with us in this program at Salinga Online TV. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure
Our
for me.
viewers, this here we come to the end of our program. Join us next time for another program. Thank you very much.